Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Last time out we did the end of season review, and today we start season 2. Season 3 even. First things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update you on... there we go. I'm going to update you on what happened in the other leagues, because some of the playoffs weren't decided yet. Championship, we had Burnley and Blackburn coming up, and Brentford came third and then won the playoffs. So Burnley, Blackburn, Brentford, the 3 Bs. If we then go down to League 1, we had Derby winning the league, Oxford came runners up, third place was Wickham, but Burton won the playoffs. So we've got Derby, Oxford and Burton in the Championship. In League 2, we had Port Vale and Wimbledon getting promoted. Crewe came third, but Walsall ended up winning the playoffs. So Port Vale, Wimbledon and Walsall. Vanarama National League, we had Gateshead win. Bromley came runners up. Third place was Chesterfield, and then Chesterfield got promoted. I believe only 2 come up from this division, don't they? Yeah. So unfortunately for... Unfortunately for Chesterfield, for Bromley even, Chesterfield got promoted. Then we go to the Vanarama National League North. We had Boston win. AFC Fylde came runners up, but South Shields came third, and they also won the playoffs. And then Vanarama National League South, Dulwich Hamlet, Torquay came runners up, Hayes and Yeading came third, and Hampton and Richmond ended up getting promoted via the playoffs. Actually, if we go down one more league, Lewes were the winners, runners up were Billericay, and Hornchurch came third. But I'm not 100% sure on the promotion part of that bit, but that's the update to the ups of all the different leagues. Now we shall jump into the transfers. Now there's a story for the transfers before I actually get to them. At one point I wanted 3 midfielders, 2 midfielders. I had a guy called Blanco, he was on a free. I'd made a bid for Sean Longstaff, and there was a young Japanese player that I was looking at. I had all 3 bids going, and then I was like, actually, it's looking like I'm going to get the youngster on loan, and I'm going to get Sean Longstaff, so I cancelled Blanco's free contract. Little did I know that Aston Villa had come in for Sean Longstaff, and what did Sean Longstaff do? He picked Villa over us. And then the youngster who I tried to loan in also decided that another team was better to go to on loan than us, so he buggered off to the other team, so I ended up with signing none of them, which was a bit annoying. We did have, I think we had like 40 odd million pounds in transfer budget. We have made some sales as well to obviously balance out the books a bit, but I've still got 20 million left. But what I'm doing, I'm saving that for January just in case I need it, because last year I just felt like I didn't really have enough transfer budget to change our fortunes. It's weird that no. Oh, it was the Everton save, that's why. I was going to say, I swear I've managed him. But yeah, he was on loan at Everton, the Twitch save I was doing, which unfortunately I have ended because I just feel like I wouldn't get much done before FM24 comes out. And once FM24, you get the beta and stuff, I want to do a beta save. And and then start a proper save in the actual game, so I decided to cut that short. But let's go to transfers, transfer history. We go back one. I don't think we really. I can't remember whether he went 9th of the 1st, 2024. So he went in January. Yeah, I don't think I. Oh, there is actually a few here that you probably won't know about. Brad Young's gone on loan to Solihull Moors. I just feel like he wasn't going to cut it in the Premier League at the moment, so he's gone on loan to Accrington Stanley. For God's sake. So yeah, he's gone on loan to Accrington. It says Solihull Moors there. But here it says he's on loan to Accrington Stanley. That don't make any sense. I'm confused. I'm not majorly confused here, but a lot of loans. Got rid of Seamus Coleman, got rid of Adam Smith for 1.8 million, got rid of Nyland for 120k. Pretty much, yeah, you know, just players that weren't going to get in the team that I felt like we could easily get rid of. But yeah, we did make a few purchases. First up, for 1.7 million, maybe rising to 1.8, we got Maxime Wameso. I did try and get him, I think in January, and I think it fell through right at the end. But I mean, he's 18 years old. Dribbling, finishing, and first touch 12, 16, 15, 15 passing, 14 technique. His mentals, okay, some of it like his bravery and anticipation are low. Leadership, that's not really much of an issue unless you're the captain, I feel. But a lot of it is like 12 and above in most of it. And his work rate and vision's going up. It is physical, strength 12, fitness 14, agility 12, and all these are going up as well. He just looks like a fantastic prospect. He's gone on loan to Zulte Waregem, which are a team in the Belgium Second League. I just feel like he could do with not being in our under-21s. He needs to be playing regular football. I mean, he's already Belgium under-21s, you know. He's already playing in them and stuff. So I think his progress is going to really push forward, and I'm really excited for his development. And as I said, he's only 18, so he's basically one for the future. I mean, even if he gets a 3.5 star ability, current ability, I'd be happy with that. I don't know why it does that. Then we got a youngster, Osman Kamara. He looked better at the time than he actually was. In regards to, I scouted all the youngsters that were being let go, and he kind of looked a bit better than he actually does here, but oh well. We'll gloss quickly over that one. And then we paid 16 million to Mallorca for Kang In Lee. I felt like on the wings last season, I felt like on the wings and in the central midfield, I felt like the players weren't good enough. I really wasn't impressed with those specific areas. And obviously, like with the strikers as well, with not scoring much, they needed to pick up the slack, and I don't think they did. So I've gone in for this South Korean guy, 23 years old. He can play anywhere in base midfield, he can play anywhere in attack, and he can kind of play up front, which, you know, he's got 16 finishing, 16 dribbling, 13 finish, 14 first touch, 15 passing, 15 technique, determination and flair are high, agility's high, strength's a bit, stamina at pace, natural fitness are all decent, his mentals are pretty decent. I feel like he's going to improve us on the wings. And as I said, for 16 million, and now he's valued at over 26 million, I think we've got a really good bargain there. And then if we move over here, we got rid of Christos Tsolis to Leeds for 12.5 million, which I think was a really good amount to get. He was on loan. He was on loan to Charleroi, and then we were on loan to Verona, and I just didn't think he was going to come in and really improve us. Like, his technicals just aren't there for me. He's got decent physicals and decent mentals, but I just don't think he was going to improve us. Then I got rid of Gabriel Sara to Spartak Moscow. We got 9.5 million for him. Again, I think he's an average player, and I don't think he really boosted us. And I felt like last season, he played a lot of games, 2 goals, 1 assist in 27 appearances, 6.8 rating. I just felt like in the centre, he was one of the ones that wasn't really doing much for us. Milo Rashika, he wanted to leave because I weren't giving him game time. He's a decent player, but nothing to write home about. We got £4 million for him. So even there, 27.5 million we bought in. We got rid of Matty Longstaff because I just felt like I just bought him in as a backup. He rarely played, and I just don't think he was going to do much for us. Then we got rid of a couple of, youngsters that I didn't feel were really up to par. We got rid of, however you spell his name. I mean, acceleration and pace, great, and his agility, but everything else is just average. He just wasn't a Premier League player, in my opinion. Then, obviously, in Football Manager 2023, it's really difficult to get rid of players that you want rid of. A lot of players we don't want to pay his wages. You're asking too much for him. So I wanted to get rid of Ben Gibson. He went to Stoke because I feel like our defences, we've solidified our defence with better players. Ballymumba just hit another player that I just didn't really see doing much for us. He wasn't good enough. He was one that I wanted to get rid of, but I couldn't. And then no one else is really. Keenan Davis. I just couldn't get rid of him. No one wanted him. Literally no one wanted him. I bought him in on a free, and obviously I couldn't register him. His skills and that ain't there. And he wasn't going to be the answer to our prayers, really, was he? And he's just gone on loan to West Brom. They're paying a bit for him, but hopefully he does well for West Brom and we can finally get rid of him. But now, into the more important bits, the ins. We spent 32.5 million. Our first signing was Taylor Harwood-Bellis. His contract was running out at Man City. He was on loan at Sheffield United. Did 17 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 player of the match. Is 7.16. I think that's pretty good. I feel like, he's tackling, marking, heading, even crossing. He's pretty decent. His physicals are... He's got good strength, stamina, pace, natural fitness, jumping, reach. I feel like they're all middle of the road or a bit better. His mentals aren't that great, but I just feel like bringing him in as an option for our centre-backs is... He can also play out on the right, so if we need backup on the right or we need someone to play out on the right, he can do that job. And then... to combat our lack of goals that we were getting, I got Ivan Toney from Bournemouth. I was surprised he was at Bournemouth because I went to look at like the teams that are relegated. I was going to look at Dominic Solanke, but then even Tony was there because obviously Brentford got relegated. They've come back up now, but Brentford paid 19.25 million and got 19.25 million for him. His physicals are good, his mentals are good, and penalty taking 19, headings 15 with a 15 jumping reach, finishing 16, first touch 13. I just think he's going to do the business for us. I mean, 16 goals, 2 assists, 3 player of the matches. Okay, his average rating weren't that great, but in 36 games, I think that's pretty decent. And if we'd have had him and had his goals and that, I don't think we would have been as close to relegation as we were. The only issue with him is that he's got a relegation release clause of 11.5 million. He would not budge on it. I even made an offer for him at first, and that relegation release clause was a sticking point, and he walked away from the negotiations. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it, because even if we do get 11.5 million for him, which is less than what we paid for him, I think that's a a decent whack of money that can buy us a couple of players to help us get out of the Championship. But I feel like we've got a stronger squad this season, so I feel like Ivan Toney will get us goals, and with Adam Ida and with Josh Sargent, I think they're going to bag some more goals this season for us. Then in the central of defence, we got Fabian Schär. Newcastle let him go. 16 marking, 16 tackling, 13 passing, 15 heading with a 14 jumping reach, decent strength. I know he's 32 years old, but you look at that, and even his aggression's a bit high, but you look at his mentals as well, and I just think he's going to be really good for us and really solidify us. He was actually out on loan at Napoli, and he only played 4 games, but I feel he's going to slot in next to Omar Bomadelli, and I really believe that we've got a great defender there. Then we've got Kasper Dolberg. Now, he was one of them wonder kids that like everyone was talking about and you thought was going to be really great. He's kind of a starting option, but more of a backup option for us. He's pretty average overall. I just saw the name Kasper Dolberg and signed him. I didn't really look at his attributes, which is on me, but I think he can still do a good job for us. And for a free, what have we got to lose? Then from Wolves on loan, we got Hayo Kawabe, a Japanese midfielder. He can play midfield, defensive midfield, and he can also play further up. His natural fitness is great, his stamina's great, teamwork and work rate are great, his mentals are alright, his physicals are a bit lacking, but 14 technique, 14 passing. Where's his tackling? Tackling's 10, which ain't great, but I just feel like he's a decent option for us. And then we went to Wolfsburg for 4.7 million. Bartol Franjic. He's another defensive midfielder for us. He can also play centre back. He can play left back. He can play midfield. He can play wing back. He can play on the left hand side of midfield. He's got 2 caps for Croatia. His physicals are decent. His mentals are very good. And yeah, he's more going to be playing here. But, marking, tackling's 13, dribbling first touch 12. I feel like he's a decent option for us. He's only a fringe player as well, so if we don't use him, he's not going to kick up too much of a fuss. And then I tried to sign Nicholas Heidel, but he was like, no, I'm not talking to anyone until after the European Championships. So I was like, fine. And I went for Mamadashvili. £7 million for him. Current ability 3, potential 4. You just look at his physicals, his mentals are good. He's got low aggression as well. Not a very high eccentricity either. I just think he's fantastic. And if we do actually compare him with our first team goalkeeper from last season, Galini, I think he's pretty even. He's even, if not, his goalkeeping I think is a bit better. His physicals, I mean, it's a bit, but he is only 23 years old as well. His mentals aren't quite there, but I just feel like he's only a backup as well. I feel like he's a better backup option than Davis Vasquez, and maybe better than Galini, but we shall see what the future brings. And then we just had a few free transfers, some youngsters, just to pad out our under-21s team. These two don't have work permits, which is unfortunate, but hopefully they can go out on loan and gain some experience and maybe come back, and if not, we can just sell them on, not for a lot of cash, but for a bit. There is a player, one of our players, I like him. I've liked him for a long time. I feel like he's pretty decent. We can't quite get a work permit for him, but he was out last season at HJK in their top division. I'm trying to get him another loan, which actually, to be fair, oh no, he's on loan. No, it says he's on loan. Oh, he's on loan there this season. Oh, that was it. It's because he's on loan till November, because obviously their season's a bit different. So, he's total 10 appearances for him. Hopefully he can gain some more appearances, and also, most importantly, he's getting Finland caps. So I feel like maybe January, end of next season, we can actually get a work permit for him. So fingers crossed. I have rambled on for over 20 minutes now, so let's start the season, our first game against Liverpool, and let's jump straight into it. Sorry that I did go on a bit of a rant there, but just a bit of an update of transfers and stuff, and teams moving up and down. There are a few other players I'm trying to get rid of. Sorry, I know I'm ranting again, but there are a few that I'm trying to get rid of, like, oh no, can't get rid of Grant Hanley. No one wants Dele Alli either. I'm trying to get rid of him, but it's just been really difficult. Dele Alli wasn't very good last season, and Grant Hanley, we've got better options. So, first game of the season, Liverpool, and this is the team to start. We've got Galini in goal, Aaron's on the right, Truffert on the left, Shaw and Amabamidele in the centre. We've got Kawabi at DM, and then we've got Scott and Akellenkamp further forward. Dolberg and Lee Kang-in are the players out on the wing, and our big signing that I'm hoping will score for us, Ivan Toney. Yeah, I mean, we have been playing like friendly matches as well, but the fitness just isn't there at the moment, and hopefully it doesn't affect us too much. Oh, if only they'd have played him instead of Alisson. Let's just go for it, lads. Do you think the first goal will be crucial? Yeah, they come with a good showing. I think we are. Great squad mood. Liverpool have Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Jurrien Timber. I thought he was a wide player. Van Dijk, Mario, Ugarte, Benaker, Thiago, Salah and Diaz on the wings, and Jota up front. They don't seem to have Darwin Núñez, although Gakpo is on the bench, but here we go, first game of the season. Let's see if the new players can slot in and we can get a result from this. Nothing really happening in the first 10 minutes. Pretty even. We've just had a bit more possession. Hopefully there's going to be some sort of highlights at some point. No, time just ticking away. Oh, we have a highlight. Timber, Virgil. Oh, Ivan Toney's won that back. Alex Scott. Driving Lee Kangin. Kawabi wide to Aarons. Aarons has bombed forward. Aarons cross it in. Scott cross it. Kangin Lee. Yes! Kangin Lee. The South Korean. Our first goal of the season. I think that was really good. Aarons just takes it wide here. Cuts it back in. Passes back to Scott. Scott and Kangin Lee just guides it into the bottom corner. 1-0 Norwich City. Let's go. Liverpool are starting to come back into it a bit here, but we're holding on. Corner to Liverpool, nodded away. Salah, Thiago, Alexander-Arnold, Benacer receives it on the wide position. Thiago, Mario, Garte drills it wide. Nah, no worries there. Half an hour gone. We had our chances and got our goal. Liverpool are kind of coming back into it though. This is where our goal started from. I feel like we're hanging in there. Oh, Dolberg wins it back. Omabamidele, Kawabi, even Tony, Dolberg. Poor ball from Dolberg. Oh, Truffaut cuts it out. Shaw, Truffaut, Kangin Lee takes it wide. Where's he going? Oh, boots it back to Galini. Galini to Shaw. Oh, Shaw's poor pass. Get back, come on. Oh, Salah. Salah equalises on 35 minutes. That is really annoying. We were doing so well. It's just that poor ball from Shaw. Salah was close to being offside there, but when Salah gets into them positions, you kind of expect a goal. I mean, 1-1 at Liverpool. I'm sure Liverpool won the league last season as well. Going in 1-1, I'm quite impressed with that. Shaw's not playing very well. Shaw's not playing well. Dolberg's a bit... Even Tony's not playing that great, but I didn't go through our bench. We've got Mamadashvili, Lascelles, Howard Bellis, Franji Gibbs, Núñez, Marquinhos, Sargent and Ida. Marquinhos, Sargent and Ida, we've got 3 players there that I believe we can bring on and can change a game for us, especially Sargent, because he can also get goals for us. But Lee Kangin, he's playing very well, so that's a good sign. Dolberg to Aarons. Aarons back to Kawabi into Kellenkamp. Kawabi to Dolberg. Dolberg running wide. Dolberg, can he cross it in? No, Aarons, Scott, Dolberg. Even Tony. It was rubbish. At least he had a chance. I think it's time for a few substitutions. Corner to Liverpool. Away. Alexander-Arnold back to Salah. Salah blocked. Tony nods it away. Benacer. Oh, Cody Gakpo. You saw that, didn't you? If you just look there, And Benaker brings this down. Look, it's just no one's marking him. No one follows the run. 2-1 Liverpool. Let's make a few subs. Even Tony off for Adam Ida. Callenkamp hasn't had a very good game, so we're ringing Nunez. Dahlberg's been a bit rubbish, so Josh Sargent comes in. And Cher has been a bit pants, so we're bringing Harwood Bellis. And let's go. See these. Oh, free kick to Liverpool. Away. Yep. Oh, Benaker, is he going to blast it? No. Salah. Oh, good tackle from Kawabi, but Salah still got the shot away. This is our problem. Like, we were losing games, but it was always by 1 goal. And we weren't drawing enough. We either won or we lost. And we didn't win very often. Another corner to Liverpool. Salah whips it in. And Virgil van Dijk's there at the back post. I feel we've got to go a bit more positive now. Fire the team up. I mean, Liverpool were the champions last season, so... But I think we've played pretty well. Another corner to Liverpool. Canate. Oh, Gakpo. God damn it. The game started out so well. It's just the same bloody crap from last season. As I said, the Liverpool were champions, but looking at it, I was just... Like, they've had the shots, but we've had the possession. I just don't think it's a 4-1 game. And unfortunately, that's how the first game of the season ends. Yeah, I'm not very happy with that. Tony and Dahlberg disappointed me, and so did Cher. And those are 3 new signings. That leaves us second from bottom. Well, that was a bit of a disappointing game. It started out so well. I actually thought that we might actually get something out of it, but yeah, I've just been scouting loads of youngsters. If we have a look at the schedule, the next time we can come back, Carabao Cup Chelsea. I feel like that's a good time to come back. We'll get through a bit of the season. We've got West Ham will be... I think we can do the business against West Ham and possibly Villa. Man City will be difficult. Although I believe... Does it show us... no, it don't. I believe we did... I think we drew and lost against Man City last season, so it's up in the air. And obviously we'll come back for the Carabao Cup, which will be drawn... the second round will be drawn on the 15th, a couple of days away, because we have a good run in the Carabao Cup. That's our cup. But yeah, unfortunately, the start of the season begins in a loss. As you can see, our friendlies, we did all right. Apart from the Newcastle game, we seemed to be scoring goals, which was our biggest problem last season. We scored here as well. I'm just hoping, like, once we get through this bit, Brentford should be a win. Fulham can be a win. Palace, Blackburn can be a win. And then November gets a bit tough, but we've got Borough at the end. And then at least this time over Christmas, those Christmas games and New Year's games, I think we can get points against every single one of them. We're not playing, because I think last season we had like Man United, Liverpool, Man City, and it just sucked the wind out of us, especially over Christmas. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me this long. I know I've ranted a lot at the beginning, and I do apologise, but Season 3 starts, unfortunately, with a loss, but hopefully things can get better. If you have enjoyed it, then please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, Go and follow me on Twitch. Go and follow me. Go and join my new Discord. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.